see. There we go. Hey, everyone. Let me just finish setting this up. All right. Welcome. So glad that you're here. All right. I'm here with Scott Kim. Say hello, Scott.
Hey. Hey, folks.
All right. And today we're going to show you one of the coolest research tricks you will ever find to speed up your ability to validate ideas, understand your market, and build a winning product. So first of all, happy Halloween. Take a minute, grab a beverage. This is going to be amazing. I myself have coffee in my favorite mug. And we are excited that you're here. Please type in where you're logging in from on our comments page. That would be awesome. All right, so if you're here, I'm guessing that you build and create something new, products, digital products, services, marketplaces, games, something like that. And you're interested in doing better, faster product validation so you can build a hit. So this technique I'm going to show you today, we talked about in our training earlier this week, which I will link below in the comments once this is live. Today, I'm going to show you a demo of what a competitive walkthrough interview looks like. Many of you reached out and said, well, that was all good, but how do I actually do it? So that's what you're going to learn today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take off my hat because that was fun, but now we're going into regular mode. So let me show you what it would look like. Today, Scott is going to be our interview subject. And Scott is a regular user of both Calm and Headspace. So what you want to do is recruit people who use competitive products. Let's imagine you're developing a new app for mental health. You want to get people to meditate more. You want to get people to manage their anxiety. Anything like that. How would you get started as you were understanding your market and deciding how you're going to differentiate in that market? Well, you can study all the apps out there. And that's great because as a person, as a creator, and with your team, you can definitely take a look at apps and learn. But if you want to 10x what you learn, you want to find someone who uses your closest competitors actively and really understand how they use it. So we're going to now do a demo. I've recruited Scott. Scott is an active user of my competitors' apps, in this case, Calm and Headspace. So once you've recruited someone, you can bring them into a Zoom. We're in a Zoom right now. You probably recognize it. Or a Google Meet, any kind of video chat platform. Ask them a few questions to learn about their context. And then watch them use the app. So here we go. Welcome, Scott. I'm really glad that you're here. Before we get started and actually play with the apps that you use regularly, tell me about your experience with Headspace and Calm. When approximately did you discover these apps? And what was your journey from being really focused on one to switching and using another?
Let's see. I started with Headspace quite a few years ago, maybe 6 years ago. I did it. The trigger was I wanted something for my son, and we did it together. We did it regularly and I did it also on my own for several years. I found it very useful. At some point it trailed off. I don't remember exactly why. I think it got a little bit boring, I think, because it's very repetitive. And recently, in March, when the pandemic started, I was looking for a way to reduce my anxiety. I could have gone back to Headspace, but since I wasn't a subscriber, I was open to change at that point. I decided to give Calm a chance. I'd heard about it, and my healthcare provider had gave a free subscription, so I wanted to try it out.
So tell us about how you use Calm now.
Okay, so let's see. The main thing I use it for is a regular daily morning meditation. So open it. It's right up front. I can show it to you in a little while, and it's got a 10-minute meditation. It's easy. That's the main thing I use it for. I can show you more when we go live with it.
So what I want to know is how you've been using it. That's great, but tell me about in the last week, how you used Calm or Headspace. Tell me about your use in the last week.
In the last week, I've just used Calm, and I've used it about 3 times in the morning as a morning meditation. And I've used one of their sleep stories once at bedtime to help me go to sleep. And I did one of their "How are you feeling" check-ins last night.
All right. So why don't you now hook up your phone so we can see how you use Calm? So everybody, this is a bit of awesome magic. Go ahead and do it, Scott.
Okay, to do this, I have to share my screen, and I click on my phone.
Right. I will tell them what's going on while you do it. Thank you. So in Zoom, you all probably know about screen sharing. Guess what? If you have a phone connected either through Bluetooth or directly through a cable, your phone will show up as one of the things that you can screen share. So Scott, I'm not seeing your phone yet.
Yeah, it says bring it to the front. Not sure what it's asking.
Why don't you stop screen sharing and try again?
Yeah, sure.
Is your phone hooked up to your computer?
Yeah, it is.
There we go.
Okay, good.
So for some reason, it's showing up very large.
Is showing up vertically.
It's showing up inaccurately.
That's strange. And I don't see it on my screen, so you're going to have to give me feedback.
So unshare, please.
Okay.
Try again. So please bring up Calm. We see your screen, but it is not accurate. It's zoomed in.
Okay.
So let's take a minute and fix it. So bring up Calm, please.
Yeah, I'm in Calm.
Then we're not seeing your phone screen. So try something else. Because I know we tried this yesterday and it worked perfectly. Of course, now it's.
Well, I can also try it from running Calm on my desktop. I know that's not what we want to do, but.
That would be fine. So Scott, show us, do you sometimes use Calm from your computer?
Yes, I do.
So why don't you go ahead and do that? By the way, this is something that happens a lot in interviews. There might be a small glitch in what's going on with your customer, and you just work it out. We do this every day when we run interviews. So there we go. Now we're seeing Calm on. Go ahead and log in.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
All right. So now what I'd like you to do, Scott, is just walk us through, if you are using it yourself. Here we are, it's a little after 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you use Calm every morning for a meditation. So show us what you would typically do and tell us about what that's like for you, kind of what's driving you, what feelings you have as you log in, and then how
Yeah.
you tend to feel once you're done with that daily meditation.
Yeah, so there's several things that happen even before I get to the app. When I open it, I see this beautiful animation. Even when I'm opening the app, it says, take a deep breath. That's sort of pre-show, and that puts me in I look forward to that every time because it's calming all by itself. Then I'm always curious. The next thing that happens is I'm curious. There's a different theme every day with a different graphic and a different title. So I'm always curious what that is. I look forward to seeing that.
Welcome to the Daily Calm. Today we'll be exploring the masks we wear.
Here, I'll pause that. And then I listen to the meditation. I set myself on a couch. I'm not doing it right now. And follow the instructions. I set myself up to be very comfortable. That is definitely part of the ritual. And listen to, it's always about 10 minutes. So
to start, find a comfortable position and close your eyes.
Are you hearing audio? I don't think I shared audio.
I am hearing it.
Okay, that's excellent. So I'll play it for a few seconds.
Allow the heart and chest to lift, but let your shoulders and arms relax. Straighten your spine as best as you can, as it helps to keep you alert and attentive.
Okay, so there's a ritual within the 10 minutes. It always starts with relaxing your body, paying attention to your breath. So there's a ritual every time. At the end of the 10 minutes, there's usually like a 1-minute description of a topic. I don't know what it's going to be today. And then at the end, we'll skip to the end.
Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
That's Tamara Levitt. She narrates the event, the daily meditation every day.
All right, so
to the Daily Calm.
Okay, so I'm not seeing what I usually see at the end. There's some extra screens that show me a quotation from today's meditation. That's an important part of it. And I would say what draws me back is, of course, I want to do it, but what makes it kind of a special experience beyond headspace is that there's a beautiful graphic and a theme each time, and the quote at the end is usually something inspiring, and that's something I look forward to.
Okay, is there anything else in Headspace that you use? All we're seeing right now is the big image, not the
in Calm.
There we go.
Yeah.
In Calm. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know how much detail you want to go into it, but I'll show you the others briefly. There's sleep.
No, what I want to know what you do. So
yes,
let's imagine it.
I'm only telling you what I do. The other things that I've done are the sleep story. I've tried that once or a couple times actually. I'm not convinced I'm going to want to keep doing that. Besides meditation, I do check-ins. So I'm not sure where that is in this interface. I'm used to using it on my phone. So
just skip it. You can just tell us about it.
Yeah, the check-in is where it asks me the main one is, how are you feeling? It gives you a bunch of icons. You can choose one, and then this is an interesting strategy. It gives you a very easy task. Just choose the icon that describes happy, anxious, depressed, calm, peaceful, things like that. And then it asks a follow-up question. It gives you a chance to write notes on it. And you can go back and review your notes from previous, shows you a calendar. You can look at previous reflections you've.
Okay, so please stop sharing your screen now. And let's talk about Calm versus Headspace.
Okay.
So you mentioned, now everybody, I want to pop out for a moment. And in a competitive walkthrough interview, you have someone share their screen and show you how they use an app. You also, before and after that, can ask them questions about when they switched, what it feels like, what they most like about the app, and what kind of habits they have. So what's very interesting to us now, again, remember, I am developing a new meditation app, and I want to understand why this user uses Calm, what they get out of it, and why it has more pull for them than Headspace. Because as a creator, I'm looking at both Headspace and Calm, and I'm seeing, Headspace looks really great. Headspace has all this structured onboarding. Headspace can really help. And this user, Scott, has largely switched to Calm from Headspace. So now I'm going to probe on that a little bit. And if you think about your own competitive walkthrough interviews that you want to do, and think about, what do I want to know about how somebody's using competitors? Knowing why they switch from one to the other, and what the moments in their life that cause them to make that switch. Figuring that out is one of the most valuable things that you can do for understanding your market and understanding the psychology of the users in your market. So back to you, Scott. So you use Calm, you showed us it's really quick and easy. You've got this morning habit. How is it different than Headspace for you? What is it that makes you reach for Calm each morning versus reaching for Headspace?
Yeah, and this gets down to the details of how it works, because Headspace has a daily meditation with a theme, but when you open Headspace, you have to scroll down to find it, and it's kind of buried. And this is a really key thing. When I sit down to do my morning meditation, I want it to be really easy. I don't want to make any decisions. So it's a little bit harder to find it, and that matters. The other thing is it gives me choices, like, do I want a male or a female voice? I don't want to choose. I just want to go into it.
Well, excuse me, I'm not clear when you said it's a little harder to find. What are you referring to?
I have to scroll down. You saw it on Calm. The daily meditation is upfront. It's the first thing. I don't have to scroll. I don't have to look, and it's always in the same place. Headspace gives me, it used to be simpler, but now they're trying all sorts of things. They give me a feed, and I have to scroll down to find it. And it's not always in the same place. It's also small. It doesn't have a big image. All those things matter. It sounds a bit silly when I say it, but I know it matters to me.
So we have a great question coming in from Philip Lorenzo. Philip asked, before discovering Calm and Headspace, did you have any experience with meditation?
Yeah, it's a good question.
And before, there's a second part.
Yeah.
Did you have any experience, and what was it that made you decide to go looking for an app?
Yeah.
Great question, Philip.
I had a little bit of experience. I found it challenging to stay regular. So I looked for an app first to, as I don't know, a prompt or a coach. It's like the same reason you go to a gym. It would help me form a habit. That was the main reason.
So you were really looking for an app that would help you form a habit.
Right.
Bottom line. Great.
And convenient. I didn't want to go like to another location.
Was there any particular kind of meditation that you were looking for, or were you completely open?
I was pretty open. It seemed like the act of meditating is the main thing, and everything else is details.
Got it. So when you look at your net, by the way, I'm going to pop up for a moment and comment on what's going on here. So we're probing into what it was that made Scott choose an app in the first place. We're also probing into then why he went with Calm versus Headspace over the long term, right? And it's all about what makes it easiest for Scott to stick to a habit, easy and pleasurable. Scott also mentioned the pleasure he gets out of just opening up the Calm app. He showed you that opening image. And these are the kinds of things that it's really hard to know without doing this kind of walkthrough interview. So continuing on a bit, Scott, we're now going to debrief on your experience. And for everybody listening, there's really 3 parts of any really great user interview or customer interview. There's a warm up where you ask someone about their context and a little bit about how they got into, say, the app that you're interested in. There's the walkthrough where they show you their screen and you're seeing how they use things. And then there's the debrief where they put that aside and you ask them to reflect on their experience. So I'm going to go into the debrief section now. So when you think about your use of Calm, Scott, what is it about that app that's the most compelling for you, that if the rest of it wasn't there, that nugget that would really make it valuable for you?
Well, the thing I use most often is the daily meditation. So clearly that, and how it's presented.
Great. And what is it about Calm that is annoying or missing or unclear? What could be better?
Yeah. Let's see. What do I actually? I've imagined some of the things it could do, like maybe there'd be community, but I don't know that that's a good idea. I don't think that would move the needle for me. I guess something that feels pretty lame to me is it'll show me streaks of like how many days I've meditated. And yeah, I wanted to do something like that, but it's not showing it to me in a way that's inspiring at all. It's very, that seems kind of backwards. I think there's a better way to show that.
I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Can you say a little bit more, please?
Yes, I want to get a better picture of what my experience is like over time. Perhaps I may want to set goals for myself, things like that. I don't feel like it's particularly supporting me over time. It's got some of the features, there's just not, I wanted to see it better. It's those parts aren't as inspiring. They feel very much like mechanical. Okay, here's a checklist of things you've done. I want that to be as inspiring as the picture I see when I open it.
Got it. So is there, based on your experience using Calm, is there anyone in your life that you're really motivated to share it with? Is there anyone that you feel like you would want to say, oh my gosh, you really have to use this app?
If I'm talking to, I'll let other people know about it. My family, of course, but it's kind of a personal thing. So if I'm talking to somebody and meditation comes up, I'll talk about it. I don't think I would necessarily volunteer it just out of the blue.
Great. Okay. So thank you so much, Scott, for sharing your experience with the Calm app. We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And scene. So I'm going to put my hat back on to indicate that we are done with our competitive walkthrough interview. So now I am going to take Q&A. We actually have a list of questions that came in via email and via the Game Thinking Hub our private community for all game thinkers. By the way, if anybody's interested in joining, go to gamethinkinghub.com and you can always join there, partner. So if you have any questions about what we just showed you, or about anything else game thinking related, competitive teardowns, walkthrough interviews, superfan funnel, G School, any of that, type it into the chat and we will take care of it. So I will start with all right. It looks like Alexander says, it appears he was looking for more consistency from beginning to end. That's right. So, all right, hat off. All right, so the first question we got in is about G School. And the question is, what is it and how much is it? I'm interested, but I'm not sure about it. So I'm going to start by telling you about that. Let me share my screen. That's going to make it the easiest. There we go. So G School is it's our membership community for product leaders. We open it once a quarter. We have an amazing collection of entrepreneurs in there. In fact, I know some of our G Schoolers are here right now. Shout out to our G Schoolers here with us. We offer a community, a full course library, and that includes the basic game thinking, step-by-step instructions, training, and template, along with extra courses in cooperative design, progression design, making storyboards for testing, and other techniques that'll skyrocket your success. You get coaching from myself, from Scott Kim, who, by the way, is a world famous puzzle designer and game designer who worked on Moshi Monsters, which is the Calm co-founder's previous game, as well as Bejeweled, Age of Learning, and many other leading educational and entertainment games, as well as our game thinking coaches like Dylan Watkins, who many of you have met. And we also feature expert VIP mentors. This month, we featured the mind-blowing Bob Moesta. Some of you got a chance to absorb Bob's genius. But we have also shared Jesse Schell's insights, Charles Hudson, Siki Chen, Mike Sellers, luminaries from behavioral science, entrepreneurship, VCs, educational experts, game design experts. We bring these people in to supplement your learning and encourage your success. So everybody is watching their money these days, including me. I completely understand that. And a lot of you have been enjoying the Game Thinking TV channel, the free content we share, and 100%, I want to encourage you to do that. But if you want to step it up and get direct, useful expert feedback and training to guide you to save time, and templates that will show you exactly what to do step by step, including how to run competitive teardowns and competitive walkthrough interviews. If you want that, and you want to speed up what you're doing, and you want to level up your product design skills as you head into 2021, this is an amazing opportunity. You can, G School is $297 a month when you enroll monthly. And right now, because all of us need to save some money, we are offering a special opportunity. You can get 6 months of G School for just $14.97. Plus, you get our 5-day innovation boot camp absolutely free. We run that quarterly. We will be running it either at the end of November or the beginning of December. Current G Schoolers who are already enrolled, guess what? You get it too. But new G Schoolers, if you get the 6-month package, you will save a full month, plus you will get the Innovation Bootcamp for free. This is a 5-day training that goes over the entire step-by-step game thinking system to show you how it all fits together like a puzzle and give you that overview so that as you move forward doing this work, you understand where you are in the process and how you can not only do that work yourself, but bring your colleagues along for the ride. The Innovation Bootcamp started as something only our highest end clients got, this intensive 5-day overview. But we found that it was so useful for the people that got the overview that we decided to bring it to all of our G Schoolers. So we are closing the doors November 1st for this quarter's G School. If you want to jump on board, go to gamethinking.io/G School, check out what's there, and sign up to join us. That is the pricing. So I'm just looking at my list of questions here. One sec. Looks like another question is, stop sharing now. Okay, Evelyn says, how much coaching do I really get? I've signed up for courses before and they say you get coaching, but in fact, it's not available. So G School meets in small groups. We break up the groups if there's too many, and you will get the opportunity to be coached by an expert every single week. If you don't make it one week, no worries, you can watch the replay. And those of you who are in there know that this is true. You don't have to get coached every week. If you just want to join us and watch other people getting coached using the same templates you do, that's a credible way to enhance your learning. But you do get the opportunity every week. We take breaks for holidays, as you would expect. And other than that, we're there every week supporting you. Myself, Scott, our game thinking coaches, and these amazing world-class luminaries that we bring in monthly. All right, so I'm looking, do we have any other questions? Yes. When will G School be open again? G School will be open again first quarter of 2021. And we welcome you to check it out then as well. If you want to head into 2021, upgrading your skills, head into there with new, improved, faster and better design skills. If you want to increase your chances of getting a job, this is a great way to do it. We have people in G School right now that are using this skill set and this training to level up from visual designer to product designer, to level up from UX designer to product leader. That's the kind of thing that G School can deliver for you. We have people that are entrepreneurs. One guy, Jason, I had published a video about Jason yesterday. It's on our channel, check it out. Jason is a classroom special ed teacher turned tech entrepreneur. He studied engineering, took the I-Core program, and he's told me that 2 months of G School taught him more than a full year of everything he learned about entrepreneurship in his graduate programs. That's Jason's experience. So I have to also tell you, G School is not for everyone. If you are just interested in feeling smart and learning and burnishing up your beautiful, precious ideas, you're going to hate G School, because the techniques you learn in G School deliver market truth. But if you're interested in shipping successful products, games, and services, this training is an unbelievable value that will dramatically impact your odds of success. All right, so we're running into our time limits, and I'm going to look and see if there's any more questions coming in. Doesn't look like it. So folks, if you have any last minute questions, let us know. If you're interested in joining us for G School, go to gamethinking.io/G School. Strongly encourage you to get that bonus. It's an amazing opportunity. But you can also join us in the monthly membership. That's also great, and see how you like it. All right. So that looks like it's it. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you were inspired and maybe stimulated to try something new by watching this teardown interview. So what I want you to do today is think about the project that you're working on and see if you can identify a competitor that makes you a little nervous, a competitor that you go, that person might be doing a little of what we're thinking about doing. And if you can, I want you to see if you can find someone who loves that competitor's product and do a walkthrough interview. Even if it's lightweight, I want you to try doing it yourself, because it's one of the fastest and best ways for you to test and validate your own ideas and build a winning product. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. And that's what we want for you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Happy Halloween. Have an awesome weekend. And I hope to see many of you inside of G School. Take care.